Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Countless Vlogcast. I'm your host, Justin Rich. My guest today is Tracy Hanton, entrepreneur. Bring it on, guys. Tell you about your business. If you have any questions, put them in the comment section. Hope you guys enjoy the show. All right. Good evening. How are you?
I am well. How are you?
I'm doing well, doing well. So tell us about yourself. Who are you and what do you do?
So, my name is Tracy Hanton. I am the owner of Praiseworthy Candles, Praiseworthy Travel, as well as Career Snippets. I am a candle maker. I've been making candles since about 2002. And I think I really started to put it into more of a business around 2012.
So what inspired you at first to start your business and what inspires you today?
I think in the beginning, it really was just me taking my gift of coordinating events and just kind of basically monetizing it. So I started out coordinating weddings because I had done conferences for churches and things of that nature. And I just kind of just let it evolve. I've sold Avon, I've sold Mary Kay, I was making gift baskets, and I just kind of got to this space that I said, I want to put my product into the gift baskets. And that's when I kind of started looking at soap and candles. And I kind of took some time at both of them, but I really ended up liking the candle aspect of it at the end. So that's how I ended up settling on candles.
So what makes your product unique? There's a million candles out there, Yankee Candle and Avon and Mary Kay. What makes you unique and different?
So what makes my candle unique first is it is a soy-based candle. And so it is, soy is a very natural product that is used. And sometimes you'll hear people say that that means that there's no soot. That is not 100% true. Where you have hydrogen and you have all of these chemicals floating around, there's always going to be some amount of soot, but it does burn cleaner. And soy wax does burn a lot cooler and warmer than actual paraffin wax. So if you were to put paraffin wax on your hand, you could possibly burn your skin. But if you use soy, you can actually put that on your sword. And that's also how I make the massage candles that I actually have. So it's soy based, it's good for the environment. It's a good candle to burn around pets if you have pets. And it's also a good candle to burn if you have breathing issues and stuff.
Great. So, what are some of the challenges you find on a daily basis, and what are some of the exciting things you find as a business owner?
In general, with candles, candles can be a very saturated field. And so you really have to figure out how to carve out your niche in it. So one of the things that I have is I make massage candles that are made with soy wax, shea butter, and lots of oils and different fragrances. I've also spent some time practicing how to actually curate my fragrances. So that means that I go in and I actually mix fragrances and come up with the name this and the scent for them and that kind of thing.
So, what are your top products, like top candles that are like selling and like the favorite of? I'm guessing your target audience is like women and men that want to buy it for their women.
Well, believe it or not, men are buying candles for themselves.
Hmm.
So I
Interesting.
have quite a few fragrances for my black tie collection. I have Smoky Nights, I have Finesse, and I have a couple others that are will be coming out over the next year and a half. But men actually are buying them. I would say that my niche is really it's ages 35 and up. They are interested in making sure that when they have worked hard, that they spend time relaxing and actually setting the atmosphere in their homes. And so that's what people are really looking at. They're looking at how do I um, make my home a place that when I come in, and even if I'm only going to be there for an hour or 2 hours, how can I make it relaxing? How can I bring in the energy that I need to have in my home after being out in the workplace already?
Great. So from outside perspective, people look at entrepreneurs and think it's all work, no play. So how do you find that balance between work and life?
So I know a lot of times we talk about having work-life balance, and I think you just have to schedule the time to do what it is that you want to do. So I have lots of activities that I still participate in. I love to go skating, all of those things, in addition to talking about my business, in addition to building my business, in addition to studying the craft of my actual business. So you really just have to make the time for it.
Great. So in terms of methods of promoting yourself to social media too, how do you use that too? I know you started before social media way back when, but how do you have you adapted to social media and promoting yourself and branding?
So I am really learning how to utilize all of my areas of social media, my Facebook page, my Instagram page, and even Twitter. So I use later.com to schedule out all of my posts so that they are constantly running without me always having to go in and actually figure out what it is that I'm going to actually do. On my personal page, which is one thing that I wasn't doing enough of, is I wasn't telling people that I made candles. Sometimes I'm very compartmentalized. So when I'm working my job, which is something that I love to do, it's just about the job. And then when it comes to the candle piece, it's, oh, maybe I should tell them about that. And so sometimes I would forget, but I'm learning to utilize all of those pieces. Um, and having a business coach actually helps.
That's great. So from outside perspective, how can somebody support your business? Say they buy a product, maybe share a product. How would you want somebody to support your business?
So I would tell them to go to my Facebook page, Praiseworthy Candles is the Facebook page. They can find me on Instagram, PWC 2002. They can find me on Twitter at Praise 2002. They can go to my website, www.praiseworthycandles.com. They can place their orders on the website. They can always send me a message via inbox. They can also find me on my general page, which is Tracy Hanton.
That's great. That's great. So, what are some of your present goals with the pandemic? Too, how do you find them like from March to like now? With how did you feel when it first started to like now? And what are some of your goals now?
So I'm going to say that the pandemic actually was very helpful for me when it came to my business because I had to come back home from my job and I was working from home, but it gave me more time to actually put some things in place, to kind of look at some things. I had actually at that time just got set up with a business coach, and I was able to get some direction and really start to work on some other things that had been in the works. The next thing that I have coming up is a book, an ebook, and then I'm going to finally do my book of poetry and continue to increase my line. Right now, I'm looking at areas of feng shui and how to really utilize candles in terms of feng shui and really setting an atmosphere for your home and that sort of thing. So I'm really working at those types of things right now and just spending some time just really working at the craft.
That's great. So, how do you think you've grown since you've started your business to now, personally and like I guess from a business perspective and a personal perspective?
So I think from a business perspective, I have really grown in the fact of really being able to spend more time educating myself on what I'm doing, the why I'm doing it, and really how it's beneficial for my customer base in terms of even being able to grow my customer base. I think education is really important. And because I have a lot of different areas within my business, that I'm looking at, I have a lot of different areas that I have to make sure that I am very knowledgeable about to be able to give that information to my clients.
Great. So, where do you see yourself in 3 to 6 months, or where do you want to see yourself?
So I'd like to see my ebook um, finished and produced. I definitely want to make sure that I'm building up my presence on Facebook Live and Instagram Live. So I'll be working on those particular areas. And then I have some holiday things that it's time for me to kind of start getting those items rolled out and working on some collaborative um, opportunities with others in terms of my candles and my candle line.
Great. So, can you give advice out there to the people just beginning entrepreneurship?
Do what you love, but that's my motto for everything. Even in my daily job, I do what I love to do. And so I find that if you're doing something that you love, you're going to enjoy it, and you're going to be able to share that passion with the people that you actually are talking with, and those that would want to possibly buy your product or be offered your actual service. You have to love what it is that you do. You also need to know that it's not going to happen overnight. It is going to take a lot of work. And you have to also look outside of yourself. And what I mean by that is, I mean that you might have to enlist the assistance of a qualified business coach to kind of give you some of the guidance and kind of help you to line some things up in ways that you didn't think that you needed to do. So those are some of the things that I definitely would say you really need to do, and just put yourself out there and don't be as compartmentalized.
So, how can we support Black businesses and protect them?
I think one of the things that we have to remember is that if we aren't getting good customer service, we need to go to the business and let them know, where we might not go to some of the bigger chains maybe and say something, or we might go immediately to Walmart's Facebook page and we might blast Walmart. Don't just immediately go to the Facebook page and blast the Black business owner. Have a conversation with the Black business owner. Find out, maybe it's something that they didn't know. Maybe they don't have any of the guidance. Maybe they are really doing this blindly, and a lot of people walk into it. I know some of the things that I did. I kind of walked in blindly and not knowing, but because my core is always excellent customer service, hence the name praiseworthy, that is always my particular core. But everybody doesn't know what good customer service looks like. I would say another thing is, stop always trying to get a discount in a sense. I'm not saying that there aren't things that we can't maybe barter, or we can't say, oh, if I buy 5 of these, can I get one free or something like that? I'm not saying that those are always impossible, but a lot of times that's the business owner's choice. But I've had family and friends and just people in general come up because they don't understand the value of your product. My product is handmade. You're not going to find my product in any store. I'm the only person pouring my candles. That's time, that's energy, that's effort. And so those things get accounted into the price. And I can't buy bulk the way that Walmart can buy bulk. So, yes, you can get a Walmart candle for $3, but it might not burn as well as my candle might burn. And so we want to always be looking at those things. And if you see somebody that they're not doing something, go to them and just try to resolve it that way. And if there's a lesson that you can show them or some information that you can give them, give that to them. But then you do have to remember that they are a business. And if they're operating like a business, yes, you do need to treat them like a business. And that means you might end up writing a poor review for them. That means you might send something to the Better Business Bureau and all of those things. But we don't have to go to the extent that we might that we've already seen been done, where we are overly blasting someone and we haven't even gone to some of the proper channels.
Those are great points too, because it's like a family aspect you have to have too, but it's also a business aspect too.
Yeah, and you got to have the
Yeah.
balance with both of them. You
Mhm.
really do. I saw something in one of the groups today, and it was like, we got to make sure that we're doing what we need to do because we're the consumer, but we also, as business owners, have to make sure that we're up to par in the things that we need to do as well.
Yeah. So yeah, be mindful of your posts too. Sometimes what you post can be like very
Oh yeah,
like you just like go on Facebook sometimes. Sometimes it's just like it's
oh yeah. There's
it's something like you have
something.
to like pray for them a little bit, because
Yeah,
some of it's just like
and
like
and
yeah.
sometimes you also have to just say, okay, I see that you've vented,
Mm.
but what are the takeaways for us as business owners?
Yeah.
Especially if we're in a group with other business owners. What's the takeaway that we have
There
from
you
this
go.
incident? What can we learn from this incident? We don't have to bash everything. I know one of the things that I hear a lot, and I know that you've heard it, don't use Cash App.
Yeah.
Cash App isn't professional. If someone uses Cash App, I'm not doing business with them. Follow all the correct channels. I don't think that Cash App is necessarily a bad thing. I just believe in making sure I have my invoices together.
Yeah,
So
there you go. That's it. You got to get your lawyer on too. You got to have that backup. So yeah.
exactly. So just being, but again, if I'm just starting out and I haven't really talked with anyone or I haven't really had any training, I don't have a business coach or anything like that. I'm gonna do some things blindly.
Yep, that's it. So this has been great. So we're social media too. Drop all your tags, websites, people can find you at.
All right, I'm gonna.
So we have Facebook is Praiseworthy Candles. Hold on. You just put this in the comment section.
Oh, I'm on private chat. Sorry.
Oh yeah, just put it in the comment section so I'll be able to people will be able to see when they watch the video.
Well, let me go into the.
Let me see. Let me just if I could copy paste it too. So the
Yeah.
website is www.praiseworthycandles.com.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's Twitter.
Okay. So the first one, website, and then Facebook is Praiseworthy Candles. Okay. Facebook, and we have Instagram. Okay. and Twitter. You see everything? Were you able to see the comments in
Yes,
the Twitter? Okay.
yes, I can see all of them.
For everybody's watching that's going to watch later, the website's www.praiseworthycandles.com, Facebook Praiseworthy Candles, Instagram PWC2002, and Twitter Praise 2002. All right.
Yep, that's
Do you have
pretty.
any? Do you have any new candles out now? Recent candles?
So you asked earlier about my biggest sellers. Right now, my biggest seller has been anything in lavender and anything in eucalyptus. So I have lavender vanilla. I just did a lavender strawberry that smells amazing. Lavender sage. I do eucalyptus, and then I have a eucalyptus spearmint. Those have been the segments that have been going off the counters. And then for my massage candle, it has been the strawberries and champagne.
Wow, awesome, awesome. I checked that out. So I just want to thank you for coming on,
Thank
sharing
you for
your
having me.
business. Coming on, it's been great. So this has been the Candles Vlogcast with my guest Tracy Hanton, owner of Praise for the Candles. Make sure you guys follow her on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Check out the website for these new candles. Thank you guys for watching, and make sure you be watching on the Candles Vlogcast on YouTube. Thank you guys for watching.